guys, welcome back to TNS Angling. It's been a while since we've been on the YouTube. We have been fishing. We have been put a few bits on our Instagram and stuff like that. So if you want to keep up to date with what we've been doing, you can head over there and have a look. But today we're back over. We're over at Creeting Lakes near Stowmarket. We weren't really going to film because we weren't expecting much, but we've had a couple, so we thought we'd start filming now. So, well, a couple liners, we're on them basically. I missed a bite first thing this morning because where I've been fishing, I've been fishing zigs. So with zigs I fish quite tight, and I forgot all my gear was set up quite tight. So like turned round, my rod tip was doubled round and that bumped itself off straight away. So that's when I decided, to actually get the camera out and start filming, and hopefully we'll get enough footage for you guys to have a little look. So yeah, we hope you enjoy. So solid bag and the Wafter done the job. I'm into my first little common. Doesn't look like a massive fish, but it's my first fish out of here. So yeah, we'll get this one in and we'll have a look at it. So there we go, this one's putting a bit of a show on for you. This looks like a new stockie they've put in. They've put a few stockies in recently. What would you give this, Troy?
About 7 or 8.
Yeah, little pasty. They go a lot bigger. They go to sort of mid-30s in here, so I've probably got one of the smallest fish in the lake. But yeah, we'll get this one back and hopefully get something a bit bigger. Troy seems to be getting a load of action on his rods, so hopefully he'll have one in the net as well today. So yeah, slip this one back.
To another one.
Literally just come flying towards me and then decided to try and fight against the net. That's where a lot of people make mistakes, and that's where they get bumped off because people tighten up. So this one's obviously been caught a few times.
Alright, let's have a look at it when we get it in the net.
There we go, fish number 2. I was on the Wafter again. This one's a little bit bigger. It's like a little torpedo. Cross that took off, but yeah, as I was saying when Troy was filming me playing it in, it's literally just swam straight at me. That's where a lot of people make mistakes. That seems to lock up a little bit, so I kept it loose, just kept bringing the line, and just as I thought it would, it literally turned and tried to do me. So out swam with this little chap. What would you give this one, about £10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second smallest one in the lake, I think. But yeah, pretty colours on him. We'll get this little torpedo back and we'll get Ross back out. So Roy Dog's finally in now. TNS crew over at Creeting Lakes. Well in, Roy Dog. How long was this one out for?
Out there for about not even half an hour, I reckon. I had a little run on it, so I left it, had another couple of bleeps, and then I thought I'd bring the other rod, put it sort of beside it because this one was getting the action.
Does it feel like a decent fish?
No, I think it's another pasty to be fair, but
oh really?
anything's better than a blank.
Exactly, blankety blank.
Tore up inside that island.
Is that the one that you put tight?
Yep, really tight to that island.
Yeah.
And it just darted round the side.
Obviously there, aren't they, mate?
Almost lost it in a snag, but just banging it head away.
Happy days. And what was that on Wafter again? One solid bag?
Oh, no, it's not a bad one.
Not bad?
No.
Probably bigger than both of mine, I reckon. There's still time.
That's the aim.
Right.
Nice.
I'll net this for you then, boss, and then have a look at it.
18 pound common, caught on a Wafter, up tight to the island. Had a couple of bites on there, and then yeah, screamed off. Managed to hook her in, so yeah, slip her back and hopefully get another couple.
Happy days. Lovely place here. not really been that many times, but according to their Facebook, they've got some cracking fishing here. It's a bit choppy today, which is just our luck. I was hoping to do some surface fishing, so we're hoping to get that done this afternoon, but I might have to put another layer on, I might have to put another jumper on because that wind is cold. So yeah, I think I'll stick to the bottom at the minute. Chuck 2 rods out around the bottom, that's what I have done anyway, but I'll stick to the bottom before surface fishing or even going to look for some. It's too choppy anyway, but problem is it's so flat, that wind just comes straight across that 14, the A14, straight across the fields, and there's nowhere, not really a way of getting out of it unless you've got a day shelter. So yeah, well, we'll see what today brings. Well, I've just got back from a little bit, well, trying to do a bit of surface fishing, but it's way too windy. I had 2 fish come up, sort of spook off, but they were miles away from each other. It wasn't like I had them in the same spot or even anywhere near feeding confidently enough to get bait on them. So come back, I put another solid bag, well, 2 solid bags out again. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but just there's a willow overhanging. I put one tight there, and then about here, just off the edge of this tree, about 2 rod lengths this way, it drops down to about 9 foot deep. So I've chucked one in there because underneath that willow it's only about 2 or 3 foot deep. So I've got one in quite shallow water and one sort of on a shelf. So I've covered my options in regards to depth. Troy's now on his moving round. He's going to move round to the swim round to my right. Because, well, it's not a very good laid out lake, to be fair. I mean, there's a guy just set up over there. He's casting to the island, so that's completely cut Troy in, because obviously I'm fishing to this side. So I'd be in the same boat. If someone, when Troy goes in there, he's not obviously stupid enough to cut me off, but if someone was to set up next to me, to my right, and cast to straight out in front of them, they'd be fishing exactly where I am. So yeah, it's one of them lakes really. It's not ideal if someone comes and sets up right next to you, especially if you've been fishing there most of the day and baiting a spot. But other than that, it's not a bad little place. Here he comes now, look. Oh, Roy Dog's on the move. So yeah, a couple more hours left. We'll see if we can wangle another one out. I need to get something over £10 really. Troy's been here twice now. He's managed to bag himself obviously that 19, and he's also had a 21 on a separate trip. So I've only had pasties out of this place, but that's how it goes sometimes. It's fishing. So yeah, catch you soon. So as you can see, old Roy Dog's getting set up. So whereabouts do you chuck that rod, Roy Dog?
Put that one just to the left, between that tree and the willow.
What, just about there, yeah. Oh, you're over there. You're nowhere near me. What do you go for a big boy? There's no one up there. I'd fire it straight up there for the last couple of hours. Bit cheeky. Still windy as hell. I'm not sure if you can hear that on the old microphone. That's a bite. That was a bite, Troy Dog. Who's Troy Dog? I'm Roy Dog. Not bad swims here. Brilliant swims. Massive and get a lot of room. But yeah, as you can see, I'm fishing there. Obviously I'm fishing to the corner of that. So if you look at where Troy is, fishing straight out in front of him, like I was saying in the last clip, if someone was to set up here and just cast to the edge of that island, it's completely cut me off, and then that leaves me over the margins or to push over towards where Troy was. But yes, really they could do with getting rid of them swims, but because there's no swims on the corner around the back there, so don't really know why they're there, but I'm fishing them anyway. They've done us a couple of bites today, so something pulled back there, Troy. But I had a little tug, but there's 2 more lakes down here as well. they're both match lakes. They go to about 4 or 5 pound. Apparently an 8 pounder come out of that one a couple of weeks ago. I was speaking to one of the locals, but this one apparently they go up to, well, I've heard 30, I've heard 34, and I've heard 36. So don't really know. It's one of them places you just sort of have to find out for yourself, but it's a lovely little place to be fair. So 15 quid for a day ticket up here for 2 rods. It's not the cheapest, but yeah, look. You on? What's the chances of him hooking one while we stood here? Well, I suppose I better go and get a big net, because Troy's got the little pan net out. It's a good job we're fishing together, isn't it, Roy Dog? Get up there. Well, that was quick.
Yeah, paid off to move, didn't it?
Yeah, did pay off to move. Well, we'll have a look at this one on the bank if he gets it on the bank.
Just as Shaun was saying, another late teen at £19, so yeah, another beautiful common. Tight up against the island, on the Wafter again, and then this hungry old girl come along. She's been cleaning up some pellets today by the looks of things, so yeah, absolute stunner. Right, let's get her back.
Just as Troy was releasing that common, I had a blistering run. Absolutely melted off, single toner. So hopefully I can catch up with Troy
During the
on his
late
teens. At the minute all I've had is pasties, but this one does feel a bit better, but it seems to be kiting a bit. So
let's have a look when we get her in the net.
So here we go, look, as I was saying, finally caught up, £20 2, £20 2?
Yeah, 22.
£20
Well,
2
£20
ounces, yeah. So, first 20 out of creeting. You see the whole fish, Troy?
Yep.
So yeah, happy days, I'm happy with that. So he's got a massive pair of shoulders on him.
Nice big thick common.
So, we'll get this one back. It's one of the ones I wanted actually, one of the short little fat ones, so
yeah.
Happy days, we'll get this one back and
Look at the tail on that.
get bait in the water, hopefully get one more before we go. Wow, this fella's in again. What fish is this? Number
3 for me now.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Well in, Troy.
As big too.
That's a fish, isn't it? No, it's got a big paddle on it, but they all got big paddles in here.
He went for a bit of a run, didn't he? Is that rare or common again?
It's common.
Common.
Lovely. Get in there, Troy.
Nice little 11 pounder. Not as big as the rest, but again another nice scrapper. And yeah, peeled line off. Didn't quite hear it, I was packing away, but yeah, this one's a bit darker than the others. Another one for the Wafter. Just
You're a Wafter.
Just off the island again. Looks like the move paid off. 3 fish, one after the other. So
Yeah, it's about time. Troy seems to be pulling the place apart.
yeah.
Last dying hours, sun's going down.
Well, I've come back from 2-0 down, so
I wouldn't even count my first 2.
For a lake, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best day tickets I think I've been on.
Yeah, I think one of the best day tickets in Suffolk.
Yeah.
Obviously quiet one.
Yeah. All we need to do is the famous double up that we usually do. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think I'm catching them before they go to Shaun now. So
Yeah, I'll be next. As soon as he puts it, usually he catch one, then I have one straight after. It's almost like they're just doing laps around the island.
yeah, they're sticking to that island. But yeah, I had a little bite first, and then yeah, tore off. Just watched the swinger go up slowly, and then it changed gear and took away. But I think
Nice.
it's a bit delayed with realising it was hooked.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Right, well let's have a look at this one on the bank then, because otherwise the old GoPro's going to die. It's been a manic day, hasn't it, Troy?
That's a bit.
We're in. Get in there.
doubled up?
Double up. You don't have a little comment? Oh, there's 2 lines on there, that's good. That's my one. What was I just saying about a double up? Oh, there you go. So there we go, just talking about doubling up. Troy managed to wrap him, catch someone else's line when they've obviously hooked a carp and snapped up. So yeah, he's actually managed to bag 2 stockies on 1 rod. So yeah, we'll get this one's back. This one here was obviously wrapped up on a different person's line, so
yep,
we'll cut all the line off it and get it back. Happy days. Well, I'm now in the car waiting for Roy Dog as per usual. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here on my own because I need to start importing all the stuff from camera to the app so I can start editing. So yeah, now it's a good day over at Creeting, slow start. Bailiff, she's a lovely lady. She's helpful as well. She always speaks to a lot of the anglers and gets a lot of information. So if you're ever down and you're struggling, you know, if you speak to the bailiff, she'll happily help you, you know, as much as she can. She's obviously not a fisherman or fisher lady, but yeah, she's not an angler, so you know, but she can tell you where people have been catching from recently and give you a rough idea on depths and stuff like that. So it's definitely worth a try over here. Apparently this place is good for surface fishing as well in summer, so I'll be back sort of in a couple of months time to find out whether that's actually true, and be good. That might be in another video. So yeah, cheers for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to give us a thumbs up and a subscribe. So take care, see you in the next one.